Loss by Hawthorn and a good win by North last week saw North favoured by many to win. The withdrawal of Terry Wallace and David O'Halloran on the eve of the game strengthened the feeling of those who had tipped the ruse. However, the loss of Glendinning with a knee injury early in the match squared the ledger. Further spice was added to the match by the fact that Malcolm Blight required just 2 goals for his century of goals for the year. We join the action 26 minutes into the first term with commentators Clark Hanson, Doug Hayward and Jeff Leake.
So it's Henshaw down the centre of the ground. Whoops, Tanner gets it on nicely to Schimmelbusch, who really hacks through the pack. A short pass, brilliant anticipation there by Ayres. Ayres has run to the centre of the field and kicked it a country mile. It's gone too long. Dench was there. Bryant as well, pushing and shoving. Bryant claiming the free kick.
Howard Ayres has been an absolute star. That's a dangerous one. Really dangerous. Picked up nicely by Buckenara. Blazes away for goal and rams it. Oh. A tragic mistake for North Melbourne. A faulty hand pass. And Buckenara, the capitalist, capitalised on it beautifully.
Just on 27 minutes gone first term. Hawthorn leading by 2 points. Dempsey another tap down. It's getting a little monotonous. Abernethy out of the pack, but to Robertson. A little slow, but gets the kick away. Keith Gregg couldn't quite judge it. North Melbourne back into attack. Carmen. Ayres was in there, but the pushed out wide to Phil Cracker. Phil Cracker can score a goal. He does.
North Melbourne's Phil Cracker has put North Melbourne back in front, so there's a lead change. Hawthorn took it momentarily, and Cracker enjoying his first final in the MCG, or the Cracker brothers, but Hawthorn going to attack. So it's Peter Knights and McCann, his opponent. He goes down, McCann goes forward, and Matthews gets right in. Playing a great game today, Matthews, making up for what he didn't do last week. The ball out of play, Hawthorn's forward pocket, and they're down by 2 points.
And the leaders changed 5 times in the first term in this thriller. In comes Knights, has been a wonderful player. Fights for it. Nicely picked up by Bryant. Left foots it downfield. Underneath it, running with the flight is Colin Robertson, who's been a real runner.
Robertson wide, looking for Green. Fisted away from him. Chance for Gregg. Oh, beautifully done to Demetrio. Under no pressure. Ayres and Jimmy Cracker. Jimmy Cracker couldn't quite pull in the mark. Falls over under pressure from Kennedy. Oh, the slick hand pass to Schimmelbusch. Comes back to Kelly. Not a good hand pass, though, from Kelly will allow Robertson in. He's got too much pace for Carmen. Now the race is on. Eade is there. Towards Knights, but Dempsey lurking behind takes them up.
What a great influence he's having on the match so far. He's beaten Hawthorn's rucks pointless. Good kick from Dempsey out towards Phil Cracker. Polkinghorn. John Holt for North Melbourne picks up. Gets a long handball to Jim Cracker this time. Inboard there. Schimmelbusch gets in. Squeezes through the gap. Loses. Gets a push in the back. Good umpiring. Schimmelbusch allowed to play. And the free kick going Hawthorn's way for what?
Oh, I agree. If ever there's a man who made all the play, who suffered from being the good goer, that was Schimmelbusch. Ayres gets it. Out wide it goes to Robertson. He gets it beautifully to Ablett. Ablett has got the chance to go for the run on his left foot. He's picked up, and here comes Matthews in, taken away by Dench. Dench lost the flight of the ball, kicked off the ground, out of bounds on the full, and the free kick will go against Ablett.
And it's to David Dench. Dench looking for Dempsey. Payton fists the ball away. He'll get there first. Loveridge picks up into the half-forward line. Eludes the players. Chance for Demetrio. Oh, Buckenara got out of the way. Allows Law to come through. Law's high kick towards centre. Carmen is there. Oh, too good for me on that occasion. Gregg in the centre of the ground. Blight and Moore. Oh, Blight tried to take it in one hand. In fact, Blight is claiming the mark, but it's going the other way to Kelvin Moore, is it? No, it's going to Blight. I think Blight thought that it was going against him there for one moment.
Siren's gone.
Well, the siren has sounded for quarter time. Blight needs this goal for his 100 goals for the season. He's a fair way out. The distance is there. And there's his century. Right on quarter time.
Well, if ever a man deserves 100 goals in a season, it is Malcolm Blight, with the scoreboard showing North Melbourne 6 goals to 38, leading Hawthorn 4-4, 28 And there's Magical Malcolm. As Dench kicks out looking for Dempsey, who's about 52 but can still mark beautifully. Over the top, Polkinghorne tackle by Abernethy. Too high, I thought it was. Hand pass comes out from Ayres onto Payton. Payton downfield. Nice leap, Buckenara. Perfect judgment. A beautiful leap. Poised as they all jostled. And from the side came Gary Buckenara, whose great strength is marking. He really doesn't get a lot of kicks in general player, but he's a magnificent mark. This is his 7th kick for the match, and also a very, very long kick. He's kicked one up to date, and Hawthorn are trailing by 8 points as Gary Buckenara makes the difference 2 points. That's a kick of authority, but he really does look a very talented player.
That goal by Buckenara gives him 60 for the season. So not a bad debut in VFL football as the centre square infringement is going Hawthorn's way to Payton. North Melbourne leading by 2 points. The hand pass across to Mew. Oh, beautiful kick by Mew with the wind up towards Byrne. Punched away by Bryant. Chance now for Buckenara to kick his 3rd. Oh, and what a way to do it. Magnificent Gary Buckenara.
Hawthorn's Buckenara is the top goal kicker in the match and up to the 2nd quarter with 3 and puts Hawthorn in front. The Hawks really got their pecker up now. Goad knocks it out. Picked up by Matthews. Set upon by Dempsey and many others. Bit unlucky, Gary. The free kick on Matthews on the shoulder, but he takes it from the centre. A nice pass up towards Brereton. Oh, buried it right in his chest. Oh, that's a confidence builder for the youngster in his first big game for the Hawks. Playing on the forward line in a final. What more can you ask for? And what a great fill-up for the VFL, because he works with the VFL headquarters. Long kick. Is it straight? Looks good! Yes! And Brereton's just driven it a 50-metre goal straight through the centre.
48 points to Hawthorn. 38 now to North Melbourne. Payton doing a lot better now. Out it comes to Robertson, but the North Melbourne captain's been pushed over and Schimmelbusch takes the free.
North Melbourne skipper. Doubts about his fitness last week, but he dispelled that. Playing well today up into the half-forward line. A lot of pushing and shoving. In fact, I thought Kelvin Moore got into the back of the North Melbourne forward. Chance now for Jimmy Cracker. It's pretty desperate, though, up there on the North Melbourne forward line, particularly the Hawthorn defence, and there'll be a bounce.
Kennedy in defence for Hawthorn too. Oh, that was Payton. That's Atkins for North Melbourne. This is Kennedy again. Oop, taken by there, Kelly. Malcolm Blight trying to do a bit. Hectic football at this stage, but the football is going to Kennedy for a free in the back pocket.
John Kennedy kicks straight in the Dempsey direction, which is dangerous. He could have taken a free, but McCann's there to help him. McCann thumps North Melbourne into attack once again. The leap is there by Carman. Couldn't take it. Back it comes towards his opponent, Mew, but was thrown. The umpire said, Robertson, you threw that ball out. Colin Robertson is trying to tell the umpire that he's got faulty vision, but he takes no notice at all, and Schimmelbusch will take the free kick, and he's within range.
Phil Carman
lost a boot.
Changing his boots. Or putting his boot back on. Wayne Schimmelbusch will run in and have a shot for goal. North Melbourne trailing by 10 points. It's a pretty good kick by Schimmer, and he's put it right through the middle. And that's Schimmelbusch's first goal, the North Melbourne skipper, and the difference now is only 4 points.
Here he goes again. Great leader, Schimmelbusch, the centre half forward. Great Mark Kelly.
He really outmanoeuvred David Polkinghorne that time, and that's a pretty difficult assignment. Phil Kelly, a dual Sandover medalist, kicks beautifully. Kicks beautifully. Keep running, Malcolm. Thump onto that broad chest. But that was magnificent pass. Fine lead. And Malcolm Blight, who's already the 2nd highest goal kicker in the history of North Melbourne, behind Jock Spencer. And Blight, Mr. Magic, for his 5th kick. Kicks his 3rd goal. 101 from his own boot.
North Melbourne now regain the lead to lead by 2 points. Dempsey the tap down. Oh, Loveridge, clever play across to Kennedy, but his hand pass was astray to Tanner. Away go North Melbourne. Oh, pushing the back to Blight against Kelvin Moore. Goes unnoticed as Ayres clears to the wing. Demetrio leading in the race for the ball. Traps it nicely. Kicks. Schimmelbusch. It's all North Melbourne at the moment. And Schimmer has marked.
He's marked on a half-forward flank. They're leading by 2 points. The kick. Malcolm Blight at the back of the pack this time. The Hawk defenders wait for the ball to hit the ground. Kennedy looking for a thump behind the neck, and he takes it.
It's Kennedy again, but he's not. I thought he was too, but it's not him. It's to go to Gary Ayres. Something happened just prior to that. Ayres goes downfield. Brereton again, but behind it was almost taken by Tuck. Well played, Loveridge. Loveridge out wide to centre wing. Look out, Payton. Hits it out towards the centre wing. That's great football. Green sockers it downfield. Here comes Lethal Lee. Buckenara comes in to assist him. They're almost similar bills. Well played, Law. In trouble, but gets it to Dench, and Dench loves to run. Off he goes downfield. Sends a long one to centre half forward. Ayres from behind. Great mark. What an absolutely super leap by Gary Ayres, who's been quite spectacular, and that was a super one.
Ayres up into the half-forward line, but who does he kick it to? Dempsey. Oh, he missed that one. Picked up nicely in defence, though. Backing up Dempsey is Keith Gregg. Gregg on the wing, towards half-forward. McCann is there, fisted away by Mew. Eventually it's Kelly, up towards Bright. Moore over the top. Bright has it, can't pick it up. Can do now, over the top to Jimmy Cracker. Oh, he's pushed in the back, I thought, but he's got the kick away, and it's a goal. Good play by Jimmy Cracker.
It's been 1-4 for the quarter for Hawthorn, 1-1 for North Melbourne, so the Hawks are flying at the moment. Man in front to mark is Ablett against Demetrio.
Jeffrey Ablett, and another one of the Hawks who likes to kick very long distances and does it very well. Downfield in front is Dench in great position. Could have marked that, I thought, but chose never to look to marking and hit it with both fists out of bounds.
Hasn't been much in this game. Lead changing about 9 or 10 times as Dempsey gets the tap down. Tuck trying to lift his game. He's been very quiet. Comes down to Byrne. A shot for goal.
He's going to get a free kick if he wants it, Clark.
It's okay.
He doesn't need it.
Yes, it's a goal, and Michael Byrne is certainly doing everything that's been asked of him in front of goal.
Dempsey again. Schimmelbusch takes it. Underneath it, running with the flight of the ball, is Schwab. Good mark it was too. Plays on cleverly. Drives cleverly out to the wing. Taken by Green. Green's hand pass is dangerous, but the cool and nonchalant Chris Smoot takes it well. Downfield it goes, looking for the captain. He can't take it. Well spoilt by Dench. Byrne comes in and does it brilliantly. Gets a long one out to Lee. Lee shepherds perfectly. On to kick off the ground by Brereton again from Gode. It was absolutely flawless team football. Starting from Matthews. Byrne did a lot of it too.
Brereton's fourth goal. Hawthorn leading by 9 points. Dempsey was not going to give in. Gets the tap away. Carman were trying to break clear. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball, and Phil Carman the free kick in the centre of the ground.
Well, puts in a short pass. It's not a good one. Ayres has been unbeatable on that back line for Hawthorn. Boots him into attack. McCann stands his ground. Matthews throwing star-studded stuff at the moment. Here he goes. Boils to them, dwells a moment, waits for Robertson to run him 30 metres out. This is great football! One behind. It wasn't Lee Matthews good as he tried to set up Robertson.
Jeff, if ever a piece of play merited a goal, and Colin Robertson ought to be publicly strung and courted. Bryant kicks out. In front, McCann. Good, strong chest mark it was too. Russo says, I'm on the mark, umpire, I'm not infringing over. There's no 15-metre penalty, which is not. Short pass, out wide it goes. Dench to Law. Law met. Good tackle, Tuck. One of the best tacklers in league football is Tuck. From Brereton, out wide it goes once again. Russo out to the half-forward flank, and here comes Gode. He'll have a long pop for goal. He does it and puts it through. He loves to kick for goal, as Gode. And my word, he kicks accurately.
Gode 2 goals in this quarter. Hawthorn leading by 16 points. A negative centre bounce. Schimmelbusch trying to break clear, but Michael Tuck, who's lifted his game in this third term, wouldn't let him go. There's the bounce again. Payton and Dempsey. Payton gets the tap down. Kicked out of the pack. Chance for Robinson. He loses the run the ball. McCann eventually puts North Melbourne into attack, but Eads there. Good mark in defence.
Well, he's got his dander up now, and he's really gritting his teeth as he gets that ball out to Payton. Unfortunately, he slips, but Ablett was there to help him out. Now, Ablett's high kick, not a good one. Matthews with his eyes on the ball. Good stuff, Lee. That's a gutsy mark. That's what really class footballers are made of. But Matthews ran the 30 metres, did not take his eyes off the ball, and that's courageous stuff. Leadership qualities.
There's those legs like tree trunks as he comes in to kick for goal. Won't quite make the distance. It will. Shepherded through. It should have been topped by a North Melbourne defender, and Hawthorn of statistical evidence, 699 for his career. So he's done it a few times before, and that was really typical Matthews football. Strong, courageous, direct, no frills, just all good play, and what a great goal.
Seventeen and a half minutes gone, third term. Hawthorn leading by 22 points after trailing by 6 at half-time, and away they go again through Loveridge, looking for Brereton. Henshaw's there. Matthews in front of Dench. Dench traps it better. A little bit of indecision there from the North Melbourne defence. Dench brilliantly to Abernethy. Abernethy half-back flank, up onto the half-forward line. Schwab is there. Can't pick it up. Chance for Phil Cracker. Let's see that lightning hand pass. It didn't come off then. Payton was there. In the way was Russo. Very scrambly football. In fact, it's pretty desperate. Russo. The long kick by Ayres. Oh, missed by Bryant. A costly mistake. Bryant backs up well, though, but he's got nobody to hand pass to. Chance for Buckenara. Across there to Loveridge. Loveridge has a shot for goal, but he's offline, behind.
North with a million problems at the moment, trying to keep out a very active, energetic and in a mean mood Hawthorn team. It's a fine mark to McCann. I can't help but feel that they're missing Glendinning tremendously, who came off in the first minutes of this match. Jim Cracker finds the position very well. Quickly across to Demetrio on the half-forward line. Too long for Malcolm, but a shocking kick towards the forwards, dribbling towards the boundary line, and now it's over.
Yes, that was really an ill-directed pass and gave Hawthorn every opportunity. Hawthorn a sensational 18 minutes. They've kicked 5-6 in this third term. Payton again, over the back and thumps it towards the boundary line. Chance for Green and Blight. Green met him strongly too, but Malcolm's taken a few in his time. Knew how to take it out of bounds again.
Great third term for Hawthorn, leading by 23 points at the 19.5-minute mark of the third quarter. Payton, McDonald was in there for North Melbourne. Russo showing courage. But there's going to be a bounce. And what a tremendous game it's been up until this stage. Hawthorn now seemingly getting the upper hand. It's Payton and McDonald. Payton gets the tap down. Chance for Robertson, who trapped the ball brilliantly. Dempsey is there. Buckenara over the top. Oh, no, play on. Keith Gregg backing up Dempsey well. Beautiful play to half forward. McDonald over the back, couldn't pick it up. Ayres again, brilliant play by Ayres. Magnificent out of defence to Loveridge. Loveridge chips it in short. Oh, Goad and Buckenara. Nearly a misunderstanding. Buckenara out wide. Chance now for Kennedy, who falls over. He's got plenty of time to get up and pass the ball to Ablett. A lot of the sting's gone out of North Melbourne.
Just thinking the same thing, Clark. The sting has gone right out of them. I didn't contest at all in that rally downfield by Hawthorn. This will be Ablett's 12th kick. Not that he's been a very effective player at all, but he gets plenty of kicks because he plays on the wing. But there's his long kick. And that's what it's all about, converting. It's been a 6-goal quarter for Hawthorn. 6 goals, 6 in fact, so that's 7 goals in real terms, and North Melbourne have kicked 1 goal, 1 for the quarter, so it's the third quarter boil over for Hawthorn.
Yes, and I suggest if they'd kicked a little better, and they should have kicked better, the lead should have been about 9, they should have kicked about 9-3. Even Stephen out to Holt. Holt hooks it back. Underneath it is Ayres. Will mark it. Late on the scene was Phil Cracker.
And Ayres has an opponent at that bounce. I think North Melbourne must have had everybody up forward there because Ayres was standing all by himself. But with it now is Robertson. And Hawthorn, I should say, playing with plenty of confidence. Henshaw misses it. Jimmy Cracker to Dench. Towards centre. A lot of pushing and shoving there between Kelly and Kennedy. And it'll be Kelly with the free kick.
Need a bit of a miracle now to happen. They need Malcolm Blight to kick about 4, but Hawthorn have got their own ideas about as Eade gets in front, goes down, takes the mark, and he's on the half-back flank.
And Donald McDonald's on. How's that for a good old Scotch name? As Eade sends it downfield, Dempsey in front, marks very, very safely. Big Demps steadies now and sends it back towards centre half forward, looking for a Blight spectacular. It's not on at this stage. Mew, a very solid player, misses it. Phil Cracker, brilliant. Out to Demetrio. Demetrio turns and balks out of trouble with great skill. Sends a left footer straight down towards Moore, and Moore just gets there in time.
Moore gets the lead from Schwab. Hawthorn are opening up play well as Loveridge goes out to the open spaces. Kelly too late now. He's got nobody to give it to, although Kennedy is running past now, but Loveridge decides to go back. Gets the lead now from Brereton in front of Henshaw. Henshaw spoils. Chance now for Henshaw to back up. Gets the hand pass away, but straight to Goad. Goad in the arc. Pretty tough football at the moment. Dempsey out wide. Now that was sensible football because little Atkins is out there. He's got plenty of pace. Up into the half-forward line. Looking for Blight, but Kennedy in the way.
Gee, they're giving Malcolm Blight plenty of attention, aren't they? Always 2 with him every time. Of course, that's a tribute to his great ability. Well, he's swapped. Centre half forward. Michael Tuck waits for the bounce. It goes past him to young Brereton. He's kicked 4. Pushed in the back. And a chance for young Dermot Brereton, his first league match in a semi-final, what's more, to kick his 5th goal. He was sensational in the second term when he kicked 3 great goals. One travelled a good 65 metres.
What a bad tackle it was, Jeff.
Yes, it was.
Second bad one of Henshaw's.
Well, it just shows that the side is really panicking, Doug, I think, at this stage, seeing the game drifting down the gurgler for North Melbourne. As Brereton goes
what does
back.
that mean?
I don't know. I heard a legal friend of mine used it. Lovely long kick. Flighted it beautifully, but I think it's a little to the left behind to Brereton. Enormous game from this young fellow today. An enormous third quarter from the Hawks.
Yes, it was a bold move to put such a young teenager in for his first match, but my word, it's played off. And the umpire says, David, you've got to wait till that goal umpire stop waving that flag. And Dench and Matthews are opponents as Dench kicks out from that point registered by Brereton. Dempsey in front completely outwitted his opponent. On to Law in a flash. Law's got nobody to kick to. Down it goes, and Atkins got 2-1 against him. 3 when you pick up Robertson as well. And a free kick goes against him.
That's Mew. Mew, the kick towards Buckenara. Gregg's there. Oh, lovely defensive work by Gregg. Dimitri is too slow. Comes down to Buckenara. Russo out to Loveridge. Away go the Hawks again. The lead from Lee Matthews. It's a high delivery, which will allow Dench to come in and spoil. Brereton tries to break clear. Bryant is there for North Melbourne. Nicely done by Kevin Bryant out to David Dench. That's pretty safe, though. Demetrio gives the lead and takes the mark half-back flank.
Very useful player for North Melbourne, Demetrio. Where's Shimmer this quarter, by the way? Tanner went for it and was just overrun there by Russo. Now, Russo on the, the forward side of the wing on the outer side. 25-minute mark. We're on right now to Brereton. Man in front this time is Henshaw. That's his opponent, of course, and Brereton tackled him pretty strongly. The experience of Den shows out from the back line. The long clearing kick down to Jim Cracker. He's too short in this exchange. Over the back by Ayres to Malcolm Blight, who scouted brilliantly, and Blight puts a long shot to goal, but unfortunately offline.
6 goals. Gee.
What is it?
That the centre bounce to start the final quarter. Hawthorn 16-16, 1-1-2. North Melbourne 14-4, 88 points. Can North get back? Hawthorn had a very good third quarter, which they went right away from North Melbourne, but now possibly it's North Melbourne's chance. Atkins tries to get rid of it, can't do so. Hawthorn into attack through Goad. The ball bounces badly for Burnby, tries to tap it on. He did so rather successfully, but then found the boundary line.
4 straight kicks in it at the moment. Can the Roos come back? They withstood the challenges last week from Essendon. They withstood the early challenges from Hawthorn, but in that third term, Jack said the Hawks were able to sneak away. Byrne flicking it over the back. And in fact, the free kick will go against him and to be taken by Gary Dempsey, who's tried his heart out all day for North Melbourne.
North Melbourne have been falling down badly across the half-forward zone. That is the reason they brought Malcolm Blythe out to centre-half forward. 42 hit-outs to Dempsey. To centre wing he goes. McCann, who did spend some time on the interchange. Ablett towards Buckenara. It's interesting that Greg has been given the task of trying to silence Buckenara, and they together take it over the line. Some 45 metres round from the Hawthorn scoring zone. Dempsey winning it again. Greg was there. Good interception, however, by Bryant. Demetrio attempts to tap it on, but it's stolen by Russo, who keeps it in with a left boot. Buckenara drops what he should have taken. Loveridge gets caught, puts the handball out, looking for Buckenara once again. He goes to ground. Law. Henshaw over the top. Robertson is there, tapping the ball forward. Almost runs into his own man, but running the boundary line, he shoots in towards full forward. It goes right across the face of goal. And it hit the behind post, in fact, so we'll see a throw-in in that right forward pocket. Hawthorn in attack. 2 minutes have gone, the final term. You're watching on 7's Big League, the first semi-final from the MCG. Brereton with Dempsey in his back, couldn't pick it up, but taken away by Dent. He lets a left foot work up toward the half-back zone. Good work there by Green to get the ball out to Russo. He brings it back into the scoring area. Dempsey's there, stands his ground and takes yet another mark. Hand passes on to Bryant. Bryant walks around the opposition now, goes for a short pass, not a very good kick. It's bad football really. McCann came straight at the ball, but Abbott's got the chance to ride the bump and regain it. Good football by Jeff Abbott. Picked it up quickly, shot a short pass into Tuck. Tuck will have a chance of a score here. He may keep going into goal. He tries to straighten up and tries to place the ball now, looking for Big Byrne. Byrne sets himself, can't take the mark. Loveridge does the roving. Hawthorn have what North Melbourne have lacked today. Rovers round the forward zone, picked up and kicked by Matthews, but chopped off. And the North defence is standing up at this stage of the game. The short pass comes up to Blythe in the centre of the ground. Another hand pass comes out to Tanner. His hand pass goes astray, meant for Atkins. It's been chopped off back there by one of the best players on the ground in Ayres. Abbott picks up, and from the centre will drive long. The kick travels off the boot toward the forward pocket slightly. Dents can't take the mark. It's on the turf. Pictou of Brereton tried to get it out, couldn't do so, and we'll see a bounce taking place only 20 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. 112 for Hawthorn, 88 North Melbourne. Opening minutes of the final term, and pressure galore for the Northerners. Dempsey and Byrne. Won by Dempsey, but straight to Buckenara, who's normally a very good snap in towards goal. He's off target. Dench dropped it. It went over the line, and 1 point. Hawthorn started nailing the coffin down during the third quarter when they kicked 6 goals 8 to North Melbourne's 2 goals 2. At half-time, there was only 6 points between the teams, with North Melbourne leading, but Hawthorn changed all that in a brilliant third quarter. A free kick with Abernathy on the outer side, half-back flank. All the mark will be paid. Sandy has informed me, and Abernathy looking in toward the centre of the ground, but deciding to go around the wing. Not a well-placed kick. Couldn't kick far enough to find Kelly, and it's Kennedy with the ball has been paid the mark on that wing position outer side. He'll come into the half-forward zone, possibly for Payton. The ball may shade high for Payton. He had to try and double back. Good mark taken by Dempsey once again. His 10th mark, Jack. So it's been a very good performance by this great trier. The drop punt towards the half-forward line. Blight! A mile in the air, but couldn't complete the mark. Now he receives the handball. Malcolm has kicked 4. Sets out another handball. Here's an opportunity for the Northerners as Tanner goes goalward. He's normally a straight kick for goal. And he is on that occasion to boot his second. And can North Melbourne come back? Hawthorn is 17-13. Or I should say 16-17. North Melbourne 15-4 on 7's Big League. Scoreboard in front of you. North Melbourne trailing, but good kicking for goal has kept them in the game. 15 goals for, 19 scoring shots to Hawthorn's 33. The centre bounce once again. Umpire Rowan Saw's about to put it down. Payton and Dempsey.
Demetriou lost it. Russo took it out of the centre. Matthews arrogantly bounces his way through half forward. Dummies beautifully, shoots in towards goal and puts it through. What an answer.
Oh, what a great goal. Dummy the hand pass at the half-forward zone and absolutely left the opposition in his wake and popped it through from round about 45 to 50 metres. Matthews kicks his second goal and helps to keep North Melbourne on the wrong foot. 17-17, 119, 15-4, 94. The story here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground as the time clock ticks around toward the 6-minute mark of the final term.
25 points, the margin. In the centre once again. Russo the opportunity for a hurried kick, pushing it out towards the wing. They've been able to take it away from the centre, Hawthorn, although Dempsey has done so well in the ruck. Down towards the half-forward line with Robertson, he couldn't take it. Demetriou is there for North Melbourne, across to Law, gets away from Goad to kick it towards the half-forward line. Atkins in front, but is giving away inches. Waiting down, Matthews is there. It's socket off the ground, however, by his teammate there in Russo. Towards the boundary line, Demetriou and Robertson clash, and together take it over.
6.5 minutes gone, the final term, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Hawthorn holding sway. 25-point advantage over North Melbourne. North Melbourne looking tired and looking rather ragged across that half-forward zone. Dempsey toward Demetriou. Schimmelbusch couldn't take it either. Demetriou threw it out of the pack. It does favour Hawthorn here, as Robertson tried to pick up, couldn't do so. We'll see a boundary throw-in taking place on the wing position member's side.
Almost 7 minutes gone. Final term. It'll be the last quarter of football for one of these sides. Robertson, a hurried kick. Tuck has been relatively quiet. Puts it out in front of Ablett, who loves to run. He goes with a long, beautiful-looking drop punt in towards the forward pocket area, and going back, taking a good mark, is the former West Australian Bryant.
Going out wide, looking for Keith Gregg. The ball positioned toward Gregg, and a good mark taken by Gregg. He's going to play on very quickly. He balks around the opposition, trying to do a lot for North Melbourne now. Going short toward Abernathy with the paddock in front of him. He can come right down to the half-forward zone. No tackles coming this yet. New went out to meet him, and Abernathy goes forward. He's right up to the square. No mark. Play on is the call. Once again, Cracker was roving behind the pack, and there was no North Melbourne player in front. Taken away down here, and good football by Hawthorn to turn North Melbourne out the ball with Tanner at the half-forward zone. Too far out to score, I would think. He's out about 55 to 60 metres. In the square is Carman, who flew rather spectacularly before, but couldn't bring it down. The long kick by Tanner will find the square. Up they fly again. No mark paid. The umpire's called play on again. The ball on the turf with Kennedy. Hand passes out of trouble toward Kelvin Moore. Moore on the left foot relieves the pressure once again toward Ablett. It's been picked up by Demetriou. Instead of swinging back to the left foot, he's run it back right, and Ayres has taken the mark. He's played a great game of football. As Gary Ayres, a great game of football, in my mind, would be very close to the best man on the ground. Although you must think of Lee Matthews when you start talking best man on the ground today, but this fellow has played, to me, a magnificent game of football.
There's no way known he can take the kick, so he gives it to Ablett. And it's going to come back again, 15 metres, and Ayres is in a spot of bother down there. Unfortunate, because as Jack said, he's hardly put a foot wrong all day. So Ablett is now down on the half-back flank. Torpedo punt kick towards centre wing. Robertson went up without intentions of gathering the football. Tuck is there, so too Payton. The two combine. Tuck gets out of the tackle. Still in two minds. He eventually dodges and goes with a high kick. Byrne is in the square. How does the big fella use the body? Couldn't get back on it in time to soccer it through, and so 1 point is the result.
I thought he used his body well to keep the opposition at bay there, but just couldn't take the mark. David Dench looking for the lead from the full-back position. It's off the side of the boot, out of bounds on the full. And I wouldn't have to tell you what David Dench was thinking after that kick. He put the hands to his head and in disbelief.
I don't think you could tell us on there, Jack.
No, I don't think I could either, because that was a shocking kick. He was going to try and place the ball short, but it came off the side of the boot, and the result now is a free kick to be taken by big Mike Byrne. It'll be a great goal if he can kick it from here. The distance would be about 40 metres, the angle very acute, as you can imagine, in the forward pocket. It's wrong-footed for starters, but Brereton giving the lead, as you see. Byrne's going to have a shot. That's a great shot, but it won't quite carry the pack up. There could have been a free kick North Melbourne's way. Dempsey pushed out. Now he goes for a hand pass back to Gregg. He's going to carry the ball from the back pocket area up toward the half-back flank. No one leading to the way he's running. They're all led back toward the centre, which is absolute
stupidity in my book, and the mark taken by Kennedy.
Well, there were three of them there. They could have raffled it. Kennedy elected to take it. Puts the ball out wide towards Buckenara. Short in towards the half-forward area where Goad is lurking. He's been very useful since coming off the interchange bench. Alan Goad, been in dynamic form in the statewide cup, will now put this ball down towards Michael Byrne. Lee Matthews is lurking in the square.
He's a great kick of the football, Sandy. I wouldn't be surprised if the torpedo punt could make the distance.
Here it goes off the boot. It's a beautiful kick. It's a magnificent kick for goal. And that one could seal it for North Melbourne for 1982. It could be the end as the Hawks move further ahead. Goad kicks his third and Hawthorn move to 18-18, 126, north of 15-494 on Sevens Big League.
Great goal, kicked by Alan Goad, a long way out from goal too. He must have been out at least 60 metres for mine. He was way out off the point of the square, and a magnificent torpedo punt kick. So back to the centre once again as we approach the 11-minute mark, the final quarter. Down it goes, and the ruckmen come in. Dempsey got the tap, hasn't gone anywhere. Unusual kick by Tanner, moved the ball a few metres. Ablett being tackled when not in possession, the umpire said. And once again, a long kick of the ball could put Hawthorn right into the attack. Brereton leading, but Ablett's going long. Under instruction, he drives into the open space. Byrne coming out, couldn't quite take it on the chest. In there is Bryant, can't hook it out, and the umpires come into bounce.
126 plays 94, a margin of 32 points. We've played almost 12 minutes of the final term. Dempsey, who's been so gallant, over the top. Brereton, a quick handball to Russo into the open goal. He snaps and puts it through for another one. Great anticipation there, and the Hawks now really looking a winning combination.
Yes, they're looking good, and Brereton, a young fella who kicked 4 goals personally today, gave that one out to Russo. Russo going past in true Rover style, picked up the hand pass and from within the square, popped it through for another goal to Hawthorn. 19 goals, 18 is the Hawthorn total to North Melbourne, 15 goals 4. Good work by Brereton, good goal by Russo. So I think the lid on the coffin's got another nail in it now from North Melbourne point of view. They're trailing badly. They're down by 38 points, and I can't see them getting up from here. Scoreboard in front of you. Back to the middle.
Payton and Dempsey. Been at it all day. Payton gets it to Dempsey. To half-forward. Cracker waited at first and then flicked it on intelligently to Blight, who pushed it even further forward. The Northerners are desperate for a score here. Robertson in all sorts of bother, goes to ground, loses it. Ayres is scouting there, ready to do the shepherding work. It's pushed out wide towards Chris Mew. He's in trouble, he's out of trouble, and he's away. With a left foot kick up towards the half-back line. Coming out and taking a good gutsy mark then was Richard Loveridge. What a find he's been. Towards the half-forward flank he goes. Payton and Dempsey, the two big fellas are there. They both leave it. With a smaller brigade to half-forward. McCann lumbers after it with Robertson. Out comes Dermot Brereton. What a fine first-up performance his has been, and it's eventually taken over the line for a throw-in, but in Hawthorn's attacking zone, some 50 metres around from their goal.
13 and a half minutes gone, the final quarter you're watching. Sevens Big League, and Dempsey opposing Payton once again. Payton got the tap, taken by McCann. The boot went into it, but not such a good kick. It floats down toward Matthews, and a gutsy mark, great mark, taken by Matthews on centre wing. Put his body in, and now he shoots one out and taken by Buckenara, half-forward, flank the outer side. Long way out from goal. He'll be looking for Brereton or Byrne, but it's the short pass on. Brereton does the leading, and a beautiful pass from Buckenara finds Brereton, and this will test his kicking ability. He has kicked 4. He is out a little bit further, I would think, from where Alan Goad kicked that last magnificent torpedo punt goal. So I think he'll use the same type of kick. Not as well, though, as Goad did. Off the side of the boot it went. He was looking for the extra distance, and he got off the side of the boot, out of bounds on the full. So Dermot Brereton, only 4 goals to his credit, but he certainly played well for Hawthorn in that full forward position. Henshaw from the back pocket.
And 4 goals, incidentally, is exactly what Michael Cook kicked in his first-up game, which was a finals performance. He was the last one to do it as Goad takes it off the pack in towards full forward. Henshaw back on it and takes a very timely mark, or is he going to be paid the free kick?
He'll be paid the mark. The umpire has paid it. I think he was a little bit unsighted, but I thought for a moment it may have been through for a point. The Hawthorn, a shocking piece of football from North Melbourne again. Ablett coming in, can't pick up cleanly yet. A hand pass comes out, and Matthews balks around. The left foot shot is going goalward, but off target, and only 1 point. Well, North Melbourne are making some mistakes down there, aren't they?
Yes, they're certainly in trouble, Jack. We've played just on 15 minutes of this final term. They're still not out of it, but my word, there's got to be a turnabout in this game. Dench to the outer side, looking for McCann. Going with him is Ablett, but the North Melbourne man obtains front spot. Floats one in towards the centre. Spoiler then was Russo. The handball is shot out from Schwab across to Loveridge, lurking in half forward. He goes short and finds Michael Tuck, who thought about swinging it straight on, but now goes back. The distance shouldn't be a problem for him. He's directly in front, some 45 to 50 metres out.
Every chance of his first goal here. Michael Tuck, I think, will use the drop punt. He's close enough. It's on its way.
It's there.
And it's a goal kicked by Michael Tuck, his first goal. Every time Tuck gets that ball within 50 or 60 metres in goal, it's a chance for Hawthorn. That one he popped through.
And as Hawthorn move to 2019 to North Melbourne's 15-4, John Law leaves the arena and Donald McDonald returns.
North Melbourne have used all their players in interchange today. When I say all, they've used quite a lot. Not forgetting North Melbourne lost Glenn Denning very early in the game this afternoon. So that's one good player that they did not have the services of. It's come down. North Melbourne tried to move it once Dempsey got the tap from the ruck. It's Tuck coming out. Blight also coming out for North Melbourne. Coming on the scene and overrunning the ball on that occasion was Eade. Blight's hand pass rebounds back to Eade. Eade shoots it out to Abbott. Abbott can see Matthews all by himself. He has a 40-acre paddock in which to work. Matthews going goal within 35 metres of goal. It's another goal to Hawthorn. Hawthorn running hot. Matthews kicks his third goal. The Hawthorn score being changed to show to the jubilation of the Hawk supporters that Hawthorn will be playing next week in the prelim final at VFL Park. Hawthorn on 21 goals, 19. That will be 145. North Melbourne stagnating on 15-4, 94.
Tremendous second half by the Hawks, who have opened up the game with their handball and pace and are now looking to go even further ahead. As we go back for the centre bounce once again, Payton and Dempsey, won by the gallant Dempsey, who's still trying. Forcing his way through then was Holt, but got caught. Pushed down towards McDonald at half forward. Holt sockers it off the ground. Could be a chance for Cracker here. They certainly need about 3 or 4 quick goals to have any chance, but it's offline and not working now for Phil Cracker. Only 1 point.
Just prior to that score by North Melbourne, Hawthorn had kicked 11 goals 11 to North Melbourne's 3 goals 2 since half-time, so they've taken the game right away. 145 playing 95, 50 points difference in favour of Hawthorn, and the time clock ticking around toward the 18-minute mark of the final term. Kelvin Moore on screen for Hawthorn will go out wide. Look for Tuck, I would think. That's the direction of the kick. Tuck sets himself. The man in front was Tanner. No mark taken, and bursting through again is Ayres. He's played a fine game. Goes for a hand pass to Russo. Russo uses his pace, opens up the gap, looks for Brereton, can't find him. Over his head, but he gets a favourable bounce. Back in the square is Go, dropping back. Maybe he can take the mark. No, not quite. The ball off the hands of the players and has been run through for one behind before Demetrio can pick it up. So Hawthorn answer quickly that point by North Melbourne, and still it's 51 points the difference in favour of the Hawks. From the full-back position, North Melbourne plays short into Henshaw. He can see a lead in the centre, but he's caught a bit slow to get the boot moving into it. Blight sets himself. Over the top comes Mew. The ball thumped to turf. It's been forced up to the half-forward zone. Henshaw sets himself and waited for the ball. Taken away by Buckenara. The short pass is on. In the forward pocket, Matthews again.
Easy as you like on that occasion for Buckenara and Matthews. And Lethal has kicked 3. The opportunity of making it 4 as some of the North Melbourne fans realise this is the last game they're going to be seeing their side in action in 1982 are leaving the MCG. As Matthews goes goals. Will it be number 4? The drop punt on its way. Goal umpire has a good look and says number 4, Lethal. And they go further ahead.
Hawthorn 22 goals 20, 152. North Melbourne 15 goals 5, 95 as the time clock moves around to the 19.5-minute mark of the final term. Lee Matthews has had 26 kicks and kicked 4 goals out of the Hawthorn total.
Centre bounce once again. Dempsey and Payton. No one able to get it out of the centre. Abernethy in trouble. Eventually spoons it forward. Tanner, a hurried kick to Blight at half forward.
Good mark to Blight too from that position. He'll be tested to reach to make the distance. I know he has kicked a long way before. He'll be a bit tired now. The ball dropping a little bit short. It's going very close, and the mark on the very last line has been taken by Kelvin Moore. He hand passes into Green. Green in the back pocket for Hawthorn now, playing confident football, going short toward Ablett. It was a little bit too confident too. I thought that could have been a mark North Melbourne's way, but the umpire said no. Green took a bit of a risk there, Sandy, coming into that centre-half back position.
Yes, Phil Kelly thought it was a mark, but the umpire is in the best position to see, so here's the bounce coming into effect now. Waiting down Blight again, in trouble. Couldn't quite get it effectively away, almost thrown out the back door. Still pushed wide. The opportunity is there for Hawthorn to get it out towards the centre wing and Goad, who does the shepherding work. Demetrio, the opportunity, can't get rid of it. He's beautifully tackled. Eventually Abernethy gets a hurry kick to half forward. Donald McDonald now, who spent considerable time on the interchange bench, wobbles one down towards the forward pocket area. Plenty of brown and gold Guernseys there, picked up by Blight. He's in trouble, getting not a lot of assistance. Now he finds Abernethy on the boundary line. He goes one further to Tanner. Xavier Tanner's kick for goal looks good. It is. And they've been few and far between in the second half for North Melbourne. That is Tanner's third. And North Melbourne reached the ton. Hawthorn at 22-20. North Melbourne at 16-5 on Seven's big lead.
North Melbourne at half-time with 12 goals 2. So in that time they've only added 4 goals 3 to their total to bring them up to 101 points. On the other hand, Hawthorn, who at half-time with 10 goals 8 have kicked a bundle of goals. They've kicked 12 goals 12.
Dempsey and Byrne in the ruck on that occasion. North Melbourne to half forward. The rebounding work is there by Kennedy. Sets up the handball. That was Schwab giving it away once again to New, who goes long. Here comes Matthews. The bounce favours Lethal. He does it beautifully. In the pocket, he snaps at goal, but is off target on this occasion and putting through 1 point only. So his personal tally remains at 4 for the day.
Been a great player for Hawthorn, been a great leader. Yes. Time clock showing 22 minutes have gone, final term. Hawthorn with his first semi-final win under their belt now, as Dempsey tried to take the mark, was unsuccessful, and North Melbourne desperate from that back line to try and get the ball moving up to Blight, who's been about their only forward. Blight picks up, long out to Gregg, on the wing position out his side. Gregg tries to balk the opposition, got himself in the spot of bother there. The left foot kick, no penetration at all. Really a great mark to Ayres, who's played a great game. Eade picks up, shoots it out another one, and through Eade they'll come forward again. Hawthorn from the half-back line. Well-placed kick down around the wing position has been taken out there by Buckenara. Gary Buckenara, wing position out his side, looking in toward Tuck, who's moving down around the flank.
And he finds him, Michael Tuck. Relatively quiet day. He's on half forward. Here comes Matthews. Henshaw with him. No mark taken. Still in that half forward zone. Good tackle there. But it's gone against North Melbourne, and Robertson will take the kick at half forward. He's got Payton in the square. Payton and Burns swapping positions in the closing stages of the game. A long torpedo punt. It looks good. It is good. It's a great goal to Hawthorn, who are getting better all the time.
They're kicking some great long goals out there. Hawthorn 23 goals, 21, 159. North Melbourne 16-5, 101 after Robertson kicks his first goal. So it's mothballs for North Melbourne for season 1982. Hawthorn on this form could possibly shake the tripe out of the prelim final next week.
11 players having scored goals for Hawthorn as we go back to the centre bounce once again. Byrne takes it out of the air but loses it. The hurry kick goes up towards the half-forward line, where the mark was taken and play on was called there by Donald McDonald. He eventually shrugs the tackle. Blight is vacant at half-forward and takes the mark. Well, he's tried his heart out all day, has kicked 4, so passing the magical 100, but I doubt very much whether he'll catch that record held by Douglas Wade, kicked in 1974 when he kicked 104 goals. Blight, the chance to come closer to it though with this kick. It's a pretty good looking kick. Has it made the distance? It has. So Blight has kicked 5 and still North Melbourne keep hanging in.
And that's about the only way to describe it, too, hanging in, because the game has gone for them. This first semi-final, 159 to 107. Blight giving some encouragement and instruction out there. But North Melbourne's task now does appear to be hopeless as we are moving into the time-on period of the final quarter. Centre bounce once again. Byrne against Dempsey. No result really. Tapped on by Tanner. Taken by Tanner. The small kick comes out of the pack down toward the half-forward flank. It's on the outer side. And a juggling mark taken by Rodney Eade. He goes very short. You can see his teammate in green open up the half-back line and go in toward the half-forward zone looking for Brereton. He got the ball moving. Tapped out by Tuck. Here's a chance for Hawthorn once again. Tuck going toward Matthews. Can't find him. Boundary line very close, maybe carried over. No, Matthews keeps the ball in play, gives it back to Tuck. Tuck goes for a rather desperate goal, but forced through for one behind. Great try by Michael Tuck. Good teamwork between he and Matthews, but only 1 point coming out of it. So Hawthorn keeping the ball at their end of the ground, making North Melbourne's task, which does appear hopeless anyhow, make it all the harder for them. McCann and Brereton do battle. Forced out by Brereton. McCann tries to find some pace. Ablett coming on the scene. McCann tried to barge his way through two players. Picked up by Goad. Hooks it back. Dents takes the mark. Can play on quickly. Brushes the opposition aside and goes in toward Blight. Can he get it? Oh, I don't think it'll carry far enough. In front was Mew. Blight can't bring it down. It's been socked off the ground. A chance for Schimmelbusch on the half-forward flank member side. The goals are fairly open, but the shot was tight. Kelly and Blight are both there, and Kelly takes the mark. So Blight desperately try and get back and take that mark. I don't think saw his own teammate, and it's Kelly who will take the shot in front of goal from only 35 to 40 metres out. Has kicked one goal for North Melbourne. North Melbourne on 107, Hawthorn 160. So it's 53 points the difference before this shot at goal by Kelly. The left foot works well, I think, and the umpire said North Melbourne have kicked their 18th goal. 18-5, 113 to the Hawthorn total of 23 goals, 22, 160. Well, Hawthorn had the game, I thought, sewn up at three-quarter time after a brilliant third quarter in which they kicked 6 goals, 8 to North Melbourne's 2 goals, 2. At half-time, only 6 points between the teams, very even football, but North kicking for goal was keeping them in the game, I thought. They only had 14 shots at half-time as opposed to Hawthorn's 18, but it kicked 12 goals, 2. And now Hawthorn have moved away from them in the latter part of the game. 160 playing 1-1-3. Dempsey opposing Byrne. Dempsey's tapped down. Hurriedly booted out of the centre toward the half-forward zone. The defence of Hawthorn standing firm as Kennedy hand passes out to Ablett. Ablett left foot, worked down to Robertson, who takes the mark on the half-forward zone. Can see a lead by Matthews. He will ignore that. He can also see Buckenara moving out, but he's going in toward Byrne in the goal square. He's about to put the boot in behind it. Not a good kick. Off the side of the boot, it wobbles up to the full forward area. Cracker gets it out to Atkins. Atkins moves it now from the half-back line up toward the centre wing position. Players duck the head. I think there was a call there by McDonald, and it's been taken by that player. He's been looking for Blight at half-forward. Blight moving in toward the ball now being shepherded out by Chris Mill, and the crowd, one of those decisions. You don't know who was holding who, and Blight getting the benefit of the umpiring decision on this encounter. Malcolm Blight too far out to score. The ball will be right up in the goal square. Well, very close to it. Off the side of the boot, Carman flies high. Can't take the mark. It's at the back of the pack where Rodney Eade picks up. Gets a small kick away, places it in the open territory, up toward the half-back flank. Well placed, really. Running toward the boundary line, which it now finds. And we'll see a boundary throw-in taking place on the half-forward flank for North Melbourne on the outer side of the ground. 160 playing 113. Hawthorn leading after 45 scoring shots to North Melbourne's 23. Ball tapped out by Byrne. Russo tried to hook it in, couldn't do so. Taken by Loveridge. He swings back, looks for Buckenara down on that half-forward flank, opposed to Gregg. Gregg balked himself around, tried to get around to get a kick, but they run over the boundary line, and we'll see a throw-in taking place on Hawthorn's half-forward flank on the outer side. Time clock showing nearly 29 minutes have gone, this the final term, as Dempsey opposes Byrne. Got the tap to the side. Buckenara is there for Hawthorn, seemingly having plenty of time. Couldn't quite pick up, and we'll see another boundary throw-in taking place, this time on the wing position. Hawthorn, or North Melbourne, have moved the ball up slightly. It's now on the true centre wing position outer side, where Dempsey once again will oppose Byrne at the boundary throw-in. Byrne got the big punch down, tapped on by Go to the half-forward flank position. Nobody home at this stage of the game. McCann picks up. A little bit slow to get the ball moving. Brereton takes the ball, moves it into the half-forward zone, but Kelly's there for North Melbourne, and the diving attempt to mark has been awarded by the umpire in that area, umpire Kevin Smith. Kelly thought of a kick, gave it to Gregg. Gregg from half-back, up toward the half-forward zone. Blight sets himself. Mew over the top of Blight, taken away and booted downfield. It's by Kennedy down toward Gregg. Hand passes over the top once again, and Kelly can hand pass in also. He gets a hand pass working up to the centre of the ground, and Dench, who's made a lot of ground, gets the ball moving up toward Blight, but it drops short, and the mark has been taken down there by Mew of Hawthorn. Chris Mew not quite up to the half-back line, looking in toward the centre. The kick dropping short. Kelly a chance, didn't quite go and meet the ball. Goes hand passes a bit too quick for Ablett. He recovers it himself and goes in toward the half-forward zone where Tuck takes up a position. Can't take the mark. Brereton's a chance for his 5th goal. 45 metres out from goal. Brereton goes forward and he's put it through. Another goal kicked by Dermot Brereton, his 5th goal, and he certainly made his mark this afternoon. A young player coming into the team. Hawthorn had to change some players before the game started. Terry Wallace and David O'Halloran had to pull out of the team, and Brereton was one young player to come in, and he's certainly done well, kicking 5 goals himself, and has given away another couple in the goal square. Hawthorn 166, North Melbourne 113. At the bounce, it's Dempsey again. Got the tap out, moved the ball forward for North Melbourne. They can't get it moving any further till Schimmelbusch comes on the scene and picks up and drives in toward the forward pocket area. There's a chance there for North Melbourne's Crackers, but it's been picked up by McDonald. The left foot shot is toward goal, but across the face of the goals, and only 1 point will result. North Melbourne will be bitterly disappointed this afternoon with the performance or lack of performance of their star rovers in the Cracker brothers, because they have not contributed very much at all today. Blight up, beaten by Calvin Moore. The ball tucked away and a bit of a wrestling on down there between Carmen and another player, and the siren sounds to break it up. The first semi-final at the Melbourne Cricket Ground has been won by Hawthorn. Hawthorn 24 goals, 22, 166, have defeated Hawthorn 18 goals, 6, 114.